living alongside the Israeli nation in biblical times were many ancient peoples: Edomites, Moabites, Hittites, Arameans, and more. All of them, including the people of Israel, were conquered by the great regional empires Assyria and Babylon. But of all the nations and empires, only one people continued to exist, without a land, a capital city, a temple, or a king: the people of Israel.
All things are mortal, but the Jew. All other forces pass, but he remains. What is the secret of his immortality? What a strange quote.
Mark Twain.
Yes. He tried to explain the phenomena of anti-Semitism. And he's not the first one to ask the question: how has Israel remained while other ancient nations disappeared?
Amazing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there were Jews living all over Europe, the Far East, Northern Africa, South America. They suffered from hatred and persecution for many years and in so many different places. So what prevented them from assimilating into the societies and cultures that they lived in?
I believe the answer lies in the Jews' strong belief in the revolutionary ideas of the Bible, that human actions count, and that God oversees human history.
So you think that the Jews believed that their exile was a direct consequence of their sins?
Their sins and their betrayal to the eternal covenant with God.
If you are doing evil in the eyes of the Lord your God, you will quickly perish from the land that you are crossing the Jordan to possess. The Lord will scatter you among the people. So they just surrendered to their fate and scattered?
No, it seems like the narrative told from father to son was about taking responsibility for their actions, reflecting the primordial sin into life in present time, asking, how can I be more faithful to my beliefs? Can I be worthy for redemption again? The Jews started to establish Jewish communities within the societies they were living in order to face the challenges of exile.
The holy communities were in fact a parallel universe inside the existing non-Jewish societies, and were distinguished by separate living areas, solidarity, a political leadership. In the center of the community, the synagogue and the rich world of prayer and study that started in the Cheder, where children were taught. This microcosmos had its own calendar, a distinctive life cycle, laws, customs, and traditions, shared memories of a glorious past, and hopes for the future redemption of the Jewish people and the entire world.
You can't ignore the fact that many Jews converted or left the Jewish fold throughout history.
Well, it's not hard to understand. After all, as a scattered and discriminated against minority, assimilation, if possible, must have been hard to resist.
But that also means that the Jews living today are the descendants of those who, despite all of the challenges, made a conscious choice to remain part of the Jewish story.
And pass it on to their sons and daughters.